Hi guys, Kim here. This is our time. I was visualizing myself as a tree the other day, and I was imagining my core being the trunk of the tree and the branches being my different core beliefs. And then the leaves, spelled beliefs. So each time I changed my mind about a belief, the individual leaf would fall from the tree, leaving me changed, altered, different forever. Until I was a bare tree, like in the winter, without any leaves or leaves, waiting for spring to come along and me to grow new beliefs, new stories I could tell myself. No need for me to go back to my old way of thinking, as it wasn't beneficial for me now. That the concept was that we've grown so much in such a short period of time. Who would have thought that we could have been this flexible? Who would have thought that nobody's reality is true and that everything's just open to anything? That who's right or who's wrong? Or is anything right at all? Or is the whole bloody thing just a figment of our imagination? Whatever, it's happening faster and faster, and we're more fluid than ever before. Therefore, it gives us the feeling of us just flowing quicker. What was real yesterday may not be real today. Opportunities coming and going may be disguised as problems, but the time it takes us to move through the energy towards resolutions is becoming shorter. It might be more dense, more difficult, like wading through thick mud temporarily, until such time that we can perceive that which was unperceivable before the external problem was presented to us. I don't know about you guys, but wow, what a clean out I've done since the beginning of this year. People around me too have been clearing out the material, removing massive amounts of physical energy, put into clearing, cleansing our space. Maybe it's caring on a physical level and then transmuting into an energetic state. So the more I clear my stuff, the more I clear my rooms and stuff, the more it affects me in a beneficial way. Without a doubt, I think this year is going to be huge. New beginnings, new ways for us to perceive reality. The old system is on its last legs, just like the sixth sun prophecy dictated, the crumbling of everything that held us together and made us tick under the confines of time. Have you guys been having distorted time experiences? Because sometimes lately I lose a couple of days and I can't even remember what I did. I actually think it's 2 days earlier than it is. That's happened to me twice now. But there is a feeling of lingering, of the inevitability of the shift actualizing to a better way to live our lives, a more authentic version of selves appearing through this fog of attempts to enslave us all. It's like we're revealing our true selves through this process, and it's only a question of time before we break through into bright sunlight, into a time where we will be even more than we've ever been before. Friendships and partnerships will be more rewarding than ever before. Some of you are already experiencing this, or at least the people around me are. I still feel, in some ways, that it's a 50-50 existence currently. That we're there half the time, and then half the time we're completely immersed in nowness. And in the nowness, I don't need anything to change in order for me to be more content in this moment. I'm completely okay with it. And then the other 50% got me caught up in the material reality of rules and regulations and restrictions, and full of things that I would rather not be doing. Resistance to making decisions. I can't even make up my mind from one moment to the next when I'm in this state. If I should go, if I should change, if I should stay. Constantly being, challenged by new ways of experiencing this reality, this chaotic shit show. I've got no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I found a new way of expressing myself. I'm not sure about this, but this is the evolution of consciousness. It's new. Pay attention to what you're resisting. That's the key to clear the resistance. Juggling the multidimensional reality, everything is an opportunity to evolve. Evolve from the ego. So the ego state is the state that we've grown up with. We know no other state to live in. And the ego would rather be dead than it be wrong. So the ego lives in the material world. And we're trying to move out of the material world, but the ego doesn't want us to leave it. It wants us to stay here and fry. And in order for us to move out of it, we have to experience this world without the need for the material possessions. And I always wondered about the word possession anyway. And I've often asked myself why it's the same word. That we're possessed by the possessions. They own us, we don't own them. And it's time that they don't own us anymore. We're transmuting into an energetic state of being. I watched this video the other day, which I will link below, called In Shadow Decoded, Cubed Consciousness and Ascension. Found it really interesting and explained a great deal to me as to why we need to do the shadow work and what the inner work is and why it's so very important. So to understand ourselves is everything, and to understand what motivates us is everything. So we can understand our own emotional triggers, and it will assist us in traversing this reality. Maybe. Or maybe we all have just such different opinions about what's happening here that we're all wrong. Whatever, I give in. Thanks for listening. Ta-ta for now.